And good evening, everyone. It's Liliana speaking, teacher of English and in Oxford International and in other state schools in Italy. And welcome to our fellow teachers, to Panos. Thank you for being with us. Panos from Athens. Panos is examiner at British Council and at Hellenic American Union. And we have Laura Lancaster from London, the UK. Welcome, Laura.
Hi.
She's teacher of English at Oxford International too, and for many schools, sorry. And she was former manager of a U.S. corporate company. So she's been teaching for several years, and a lot of experiences in many other domain and in many other fields. So tonight, as you know, we are talking about new vocabulary coming out from this pandemic. Okay, new vocabulary with COVID-19. Okay, we have a lot of new words. And Laura, do you have some words you'd like to present?
Yeah, I've got a word here which is a strange word. We say furlough. So this is how you pronounce this word. As you can see, furlough, silent GH, and the long O. Yep. So it's a difficult pronunciation. This word has been around for some time, but it's only become prevalent in the language, everyday language recently. It is called a leave of absence. Normally it's used for people in the military. So if you're doing military service, you'll be given furlough for perhaps 6 weeks or something, and then you'll be called back. So what happens in leave of absence when you are furloughed? 80% of your salary is paid. And in this instance, during COVID-19 pandemic, the British government is paying workers who have been furloughed. And I'm going to bring in the present perfect here, have been furloughed, because for a lot of employees, I believe it's nearly 9 million employees in the UK are currently furloughed. So if I was an employee who is on furlough, I would say I have been furloughed since 23rd of March because I'm still in a furlough situation. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's one word, furlough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And the next phrase I have is contact tracing, mm-hmm. which is the process of identifying people in contact with an infected person. Now, the lockdown situation in the UK is easing, is releasing, but any visitors to the UK, so if anybody's wanting to come to the UK, you have to be in quarantine for 2 weeks at the moment. This is, I think, fairly short term, but I mean, I don't know. I don't work for the government. Yeah. And apparently you have to sign up to contact tracing. You have to sort of advise people that you have been where you have been. And I believe there's an app that you can subscribe to, and you get pinged if you have been in contact with somebody. Yes, okay. Which leads me on to some other words. So we have here to infect, infection, contagion, infectious, and contagious. So these are all words coming out of pandemic. So you've got to infect, the verb, infection, the noun, and infectious, the adjective. Yes. Mm-hmm. And then for anybody who might be teaching medical students, there's a slight difference between infectious and contagious. So infectious disease spreads by infected agents, yes, but contagious disease is spread by contact, is just spread by person to person, yes. For example, you can be infected, you can get food poisoning, but that's not necessarily contagious, whereas as we all know, COVID-19 is contagious, yeah, because it's contact it's people contact. Yeah.
Right, because food poisoning comes from a toxin
that's right.
created by the
which you will have
bacteria.
Ingested.
Right. So that's good. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Thank you, Laura.